Alright guys, welcome back for another episode of Bogan Engineering. Today we are going to answer a couple of the questions I keep getting about this build. Most specifically, why did I choose the MX5? Let's go. Alright, so we had a couple of picks. I think I've mentioned this a few times. We had the MX5, the Toyota 86, the 350Z, the 370Z, and every once in a while a couple of others would pop in and out of our radar, but it was always kind of around those ones. And as time kind of went on, we kind of whittled things down. So, first of all, why not the 86? You know, there's a lot of comparisons. The 86 and the Miata MX5 are often compared quite a bit when it comes to sort of that light, sporty driver's car. Usually the 86 wins out because it's got the more powerful engine. And it's definitely got a following when it comes to aftermarket mods and parts and other things like that. But when we're thinking about what we're doing, we sat there and we thought, if we're going to be changing the engine anyway, and we just want to look at the chassis, would that matter? And ultimately the answer was no. There's a lot of aftermarket support for the chassis, but if we're going to go a complete engine swap, then we're probably going to use our own management anyway. So it didn't matter. So what it really came down to was the feel of the car. Now, to me the 86, and I don't want to anger anyone with this comment, but it feels a bit like a Corolla. It sits up quite a bit high when you're sitting in those seats, and I can hear the comment section now. Yes, you could do custom seats, drop the seat rails down, all that kind of stuff, but the driving position just really didn't appeal to me. So whilst it was on the list up until the very, very end because of all of that aftermarket support, it eventually lost out because of the driving position and the feel of the drive. Sorry 86 owners, don't get angry. And if you are angry, tell me below. Sorry. Next up would be the 350. 350 is a really sort of popular car for the kind of project that we're doing. This engine swap would go pretty well on that, but there's a lot of them at the moment, and the prices they're going for were really not worth it. You know, so we're looking at the options, and prices ranged up to about $7,000 sometimes. They'd go for up to two and a half for the kind of damage we were looking at, but it doesn't leave a lot of leeway for the project to repair it, pop in the engine, do this all, and still walk away on top. It's also a very heavy car compared to the Miata overall. I can't remember the figures off the top of my head, but it's pretty heavy compared to the Miata. You know, we're talking about 1,000 kilos. I'm saying it's 1,050 for the Miata. I think it's about 1,415 for the 350Z. The same thing goes for the 370, and while we're here we can discuss that. The 370Z is a great option. It's a great car, great driver's car. You know, much like the 350, you can throw it around and it'll have a great day. But replacing the 370Z engine is a bit pointless, really. The VQ is an amazing engine. It's got lots of aftermarket mods, lots of aftermarket support, and it would make more sense to do an engine swap if we were doing another engine and we were doing a drift car. And the prices really were still quite up there. So I think that's another one that kind of stayed to the end, which is the 370. So right to the very end it was 370, 86 and the Miata. But what it really came down to was timing. So we've been waiting for 2 years for this particular project to start because I've been super picky. If a car went over as much as I was willing to pay, we didn't buy it. And we got really lucky. You know, if you've seen the first video, you have heard the story about how we lost and both won the car at the same time. That was spectacular and funny at the same time. But it came down to right car, right time. And quite frankly, I'm really, really happy that we stayed for the MX5 and we waited that long. The car we picked up was amazing. And I don't think I'd change it. So the question is, what do we do now? Well, I think the best thing we need to talk about here is the big why. The engine swap. What do you guys think it might be? Some people have thought it might be a 2JZ, a 1JZ, an RB26, an LS. Don't get me wrong, I love the Flying Miata, but we're not doing an LS. The engine that we've chosen to do is this. So this is a 1UZ FE. It's a Toyota engine from the 90s through 2000s. It's a super popular engine in the nitro funny car circuit. And funnily enough, that's where this particular engine came from. Now, I was looking for an engine for my Toyota Supra back in 2015, 16-ish, give or take. And I thought, why not do a V8 swap? Went looking for an engine, thought a 1UZ FE would be perfect. Well, it so happens that someone was selling one and we went on a trip and we're chatting away to this guy and I see a go-kart sitting on his wall and I say, ah, you race go-karts, do you? And he said, yes, you know, blah, blah, blah. So, you know, my father was a state champion in go-karts for a while and raced Super Twins and all this fun stuff. And he said to me, wait, you're such and such's son? I said, yeah, who are you? Turns out he is the brother of my father's best friend. And he was selling this engine, which was actually meant to go in a nitro funny car. So this engine had been built from the ground up. You know, it had a brand new bottom end, everything strengthened, everything pulled out and checked and rechecked and strengthened and pumped back in. But the engine was in pieces. But he gave it to me for a steal. I think it was about $600 or $700. And for anyone who's ever looked into getting one of these engines, having an engine built to that level by someone in the nitro funny car world, like this guy, you know, that's a lot of money. That would normally be. So we were super duper lucky. And you can see why when we're talking about the fact that we're going to put this engine into this project, that power to weight might be super, super important. Now, I'll give you guys an update. We've been building this engine for quite a while now. I'll show you some pictures here. You can see the engine block as we're working through and doing things. We ported and polished. I think we've got a photo here for that as well. And the thing you really want to get excited about is that this block will fit inside the Miata. It'll fit inside the MX5 because it's got the width that's actually even narrower than the LS. Brilliant. Which means that we can take our existing plans and we can put them inside. Now, this actually won't mean a great deal for the weight balance of the car. And once I get the engine back here to Bogan Engineering headquarters, then I will show you guys some more up-to-date shots and video of us working on that car. But what I want you guys to think about now is just what it might be like to have a all Japanese V8 MX5 and just what you might do with that. So I want you guys to loud and proud click that like button, subscribe to us, hit up our Patreon if you want to really support us through this build. But I want you guys to get hype for this build. If you want to see this V8 go into this car, come back, see us next week, and we will see you then. See ya. Alright, so thanks for tuning in today. I'm Matt, this has been Bogan Engineering. If you really like what we're doing, don't forget to like,
subscribe, hit that notification bell, and if you're really keen to help support us through this build, hit up our Patreon. The links are all in the description below. Have a good one. Peace out.